Hi guys, this is History with Charlie. Well, you guys have been asking me a lot about the history of Japan. Sorry, bad joke. But yes, you have been asking me a lot about the history of Japan, and well, I know a lot about the history of Japan, and I can help you. So because I'm so generous, and so good person, I will help you. So don't worry. Well, I will start by the 19th century because that's the age that you wanted more to explain. So I will. So by the beginning of the 19th century on Japan, the Tokugawa shogunate had been ruled Japan for more than 200 years. So this shogunate was sort of a feudal system that gave the power to the hands of local lords called daimyo, and these daimyo had warriors that were called samurais that had the role of bureaucrats, and the economy was pretty boring. I mean boring because in this kind of economic system they didn't trade with anybody but the Dutch and the Chinese people because they were afraid that if they trade with Christian people, like religious people who believe in Christianity, problems will start because they thought as the Roman Empire, because the Roman Empire thought that the Christianity was a problem, and so the Japanese. And the Tokugawa shogunate was pretty stable though. It was their best characteristic, their stability. So, as a summary, the first way of government in the 19th century in Japan was the shogunate, the Tokugawa shogunate, that was sort of a feudal system, but it wasn't a feudal system, but it worked kind of the same. So in 1853, the American naval commodore came with Matthew Perry with the intention to make a deal with the Japanese people to start trading. And the Japanese people really didn't want to do that, but because the American people were so powerful and with so advanced technology, I mean, they had steam-powered warships. So they got a little bit like afraid and they accepted the trade, but they really didn't want it to. So these daimyo people, started to wondering about the the control and the power of Japan under the control of the shogunate, and they started like a rebellion. So the Satsuma and Shoshu were two daimyos made an alliance, and this alliance was called Sacho Alliance. So it made powerful this alliance, and they started a rebellion against the shogunate, and the rebellion succeeded. So the Sacho beat the shogunate. So the Sacho won. That led to the second way of government that I will explain in a few seconds. So the Sachuan establishing an emperor called Mutsuhiro, and the Mutsuhiro was the first Meiji ruler. He innovated and changed as the Western states, as Germany, Italy, Great Britain, um, Belgium, USA, and they wanted to be like them, like the Western people. They wanted a Western liberal democratic model. They even had a prime minister, so they have this emperor, but this emperor was only like a figure, but the really big guy who made the decisions was this prime minister, just as Great Britain right now. So they made its constitution in 1889 that was called the Meiji Constitution, and everything was okay with this Meiji, but it wasn't democratic. It wasn't as democratic as it seems. Even though this Meiji ruler satisfied the people's needs, it wasn't democracy, because the Sacho alliance chose the Meiji ruler, so the people didn't elect them. The Sacho people did elect them, so it wasn't democracy, but it was okay for the people. And the economically talking, the feudal system that was the feudal economic system that was in the shogunate, and the no foreign trade that was in the shogunate, changed into capitalism, into pure capitalism. They even adopted the Western imperialism that was characteristic of the age. Well, the Japanese people absorbed the Western imperialism and started to be more like the Western people. So in basic terms, the Japanese people wanted to be the Western people. So the Japanese people really wanted, with every force they got, to be Western people. They even copied the baseball game. Yes, the baseball with the bat. Okay, they copied them. So they really wanted to be Western people, but they weren't, so poor them. And well, summary of the second way of government. The second way of government was the Meiji rule. It satisfied the people, and it was more democratic than the last way of government, that was the shogunate, but it was no democracy. There was no democracy. So in terms of economy, it was capitalism. And well, on the bottom line, by the end of the 19th century, Japan was emerging as a modern imperialist power. But well, as Orson Welles says, if you want a happy ending, that depends, of course, on where you stop your story. So this is Agustin, thanks for watching.